I'm Jennifer Bell, and this is my unofficial therapy dog and pretend therapy client, Finn. You may have seen Finn in the brain spotting videos that we did. If you haven't seen those yet, go to the brain spotting page on my website, jenniferbellpsychotherapy.com, and check them out. Today, however, we are doing some Sandtray therapy with Finn. If this were a normal Sandtray therapy session with a client, and it were purely Sandtray therapy, I would give the client this basket, which they would use to go, as we say, shopping for miniatures to use in the Sandtray from my collection. In this case, obviously, Finn is not going shopping in my collection of miniatures, and so I have set the Sandtray up in advance. Also, this is not going to be a purely Sandtray session. That seemed like that would be a little difficult to do, hypothetically speaking, with Finn. So this session is going to be a demonstration of a way that I can use Sandtray therapy in combination with EMDR, or eye movement desensitization and reprocessing. EMDR involves a bilateral stimulus. In this case, I will use, or would use, what we call buzzies. Normally, the client would hold one in each hand, and they would vibrate alternately. Since Finn does not have opposable thumbs, I would probably strap one buzzy to each of his two front paws and do it that way. As I did in one of the brain spotting videos, I'm going to pretend I'm helping Finn to work through his dislike of Great Pyrenees dogs. So I've set up the Sandtray to look like the dog park. Unfortunately, when I pulled out my Sandtray miniatures that represent dogs, I realized I did not have one that looked like a Great Pyrenees, nor did I have one that looks like Finn. So we're going to have to improvise. So, even though it does not look like him, this German Shepherd, I'm assuming is a German Shepherd, is going to be Finn. And this Old English Sheepdog is going to be a Great Pyrenees. At least it's partly white. So, this is the Sandtray as I have set it up. It's supposed to represent the dog park. So we will put Finn here in the dog park. Everything's good, right? And then, unfortunately, a Great Pyrenees shows up. And bad things happen. So, we want to help Finn to work through his dislike of Great Pyrenees. We don't know what happened that made him not like them, but because he probably has strong feelings about Great Pyrenees, and it will be challenging to work through it, we are going to use an EMDR technique called pendulation, which we use when a situation is sufficiently activating that we don't want to just focus on the trauma exclusively. In pendulation, we alternate between a safe scene or situation and the traumatic one. So, right now, we've got the safe version. Finn is in the dog park. There are other dogs there, but there are no Great Pyrenees. The trauma situation would be when the Great Pyrenees is added. So what I'll do here in pendulation is I will start by spending a longer period of time in the safe scene, and then short periods of time with the traumatic scene. As the processing continues, I will decrease the length of the time in the safe scene and increase the traumatic scene. And in this way, we'll gradually be able to help Finn work through the trauma. So, for instance, I might start with 15 seconds of the safe scene. I'm not going to count out 15 seconds, but you get the idea. And then maybe 5 seconds with the Great Pyrenees, and then take the Great Pyrenees away. Do that a few times, and then maybe decrease the safe time to 13 seconds and increase the time with the Great Pyrenees to 7 seconds, etc. You get the idea. And in that way, we will more safely and easily be able to help Finn work through whatever issue it is that he has with Great Pyrenees. So thank you for watching this video with the brief introduction of Sandtray therapy combined with EMDR therapy. If you would like to know more about doing Sandtray, doing EMDR, or a combination, you can go to my website, jenniferbellpsychotherapy.com. You can fill out a contact form. You can schedule a consultation session, or you could call or text me at 410-888-0590. In the next video, I will be doing a combination of internal family systems therapy, or IFS, and Sandtray therapy. So I will see you then.